Hi, everyone. Today we're talking about gold, AI, and crypto's DeepSeek moment. Welcome back. It's 2026 and plenty is happening. Now, in simple terms, gold has been up to 5600 US an ounce, back down to 4600, and as at the moment, it's back over 5,000 US an ounce. So it was a brief dip. We'll have a chat about that. We'll have a chat about AI's $650 billion of impending capex this year. That's 650 billion with a B. And we'll talk about Bitcoin dropping down to 60,000 US. Now it's about 70,000 US, and what you might call crypto's DeepSeek moment, harking back to start of last year, February, when 2025, February, DeepSeek gave the LLMs a bit of a scare when it came to American valuations of artificial intelligence. Anyway, kicking off first with gold. Yeah, went to 5600 US. It dropped to 4600. There was discussion that the floating of Kevin Warsh as the new chairman of the Federal Reserve in America was the reason for that. We don't know. It had run pretty hard. But even though it dropped back to 4700, it's back over 5,000 US now per ounce. People in the financial press who were saying, oh, it's dropped, it's come falling out of bed. Well, actually, no, it hasn't. It was at all-time highs, and it seems to be going back there. It's got a 5 handle in front of the US per ounce price. So I think gold is going to go a long way for the rest of this year, probably 6,000 ounce. At least I would have thought, forecast prediction from myself, but we'll have to see. But it's going to be strong. It's going to stay strong for the moment, as is silver, which is back to about 80 US dollars an ounce as well. Quite strong. I think its price moves have convinced people to slot it back into the portfolio. Gold miners will need to return gold production capital to shareholders and institutions to keep them happy. But I'm pretty sure they will do that. Okay, so that's gold. Now, moving into AI, artificial intelligence, and there's about 650 billion US dollars of capex slated for this year. 2/3 of that comes from Alphabet and Amazon, who are spending a fortune from what I've been reading in the financial news. And I suspect they can make a lot off that. They already do make quite a lot of money, both those companies, and as hyperscalers, they're making significant revenues that are supporting those investments. And I have to tell you that level of investment in capex makes AI a winning trade. Now, whether they can monetize it sooner rather than later, we will see. But AI is useful, and it will generate a lot of productivity gains. It already is, but it'll generate a whole lot more. And it's basically a trade that you can't get in the way of, because we've got so much data in audio, visual, and of course text in many different forms that you can't spend thousands of years asking one question when an LLM can tell you in a couple of seconds. So the benefits are so substantial that individual users, curious people, or of course businesses especially looking for productivity gains, they have to use it. So nothing's stopping AI now. The level of capex is self-fulfilling. There's no way that the future of compute doesn't have a huge amount of AI in it. That's just reality. That's not to say that people might create a better chip than the NVIDIA chip or AMD, I suppose. So you see innovation there, but the AI trade is only going one way, and that is up and to the right in terms of usage, and that will drag the tech companies with it. I'm pretty sure it already has. Okay, now crypto, we've got the Market Structure Act, which is the US Senate's version of the Clarity Act, which has already passed the US House of Representatives. That's underway, and that will guide stablecoin usage and drive massive adoption in America. There already has been large adoption, but there will be even more adoption once that US Senate Act passes and gets combined with the Clarity Act that the US House of Representatives has already passed. Now, just to give you an idea, a few years ago in Australia, we used to have 1 billion digital wallet payments or transactions per year. All right, so 1 billion digital wallet transactions a few years ago. As of now, I'm pretty sure the numbers are 20 billion transactions in digital wallets per month, not per year, per month. So that's a 240 times increase, or 24,000% increase. So that it tells you where this is going. Trajectory of that tells you where it's going. I did see Paul Krugman, who is a Nobel Prize winning economist. I did see him talking about something he'd written on his Substack and questioning, is this the Fimble winter for Bitcoin? Because it dropped down to 59, 60,000 per coin. I'll tell you right now, I don't think it is. Fimble winter being from Norse mythology, the winter before everything blows up. Barring geopolitical problems, I suspect crypto and stable coins will have a fabulous year from here as we commence mass adoption, because the use cases, the utility, the 24/7/52 nature of it, the frictionless, the lower costs, all of that really militate in the favor of cryptocurrencies. Some people have run around calling Bitcoin a pet rock and all this sort of thing. But all those people, apart from Paul Krugman, are changing their tune. But you can go and read Paul Krugman's Substack, see what he's got to say. He's got 500,000 subscribers. So he's a contrarian, hear what he's got to say, but I can't see the people in crypto not continuing. I just see people joining the digital revolution of money. So I suspect it's more like a DeepSeek moment, whereby we thought for a moment that American valuations of AI were wrong, and then, oops, no, actually, the AI trade kept on going. So we've had crypto drop this year. Bitcoin dropped to 60,000 US and back up to 70,000 now. And to be honest, I think it's a DeepSeek moment. I think it's just going to continue on its way up. Now, there's been a few liquidations of crypto. There's always volatility on the way up. But if the Stablecoin Act passes the US Senate and we get mass adoption, this thing's only going one way for the next few years. Overall, albeit it'll go up and down, overall it's up and to the right for crypto as mass adoption takes place. Anyway, those are my thoughts and predictions for 2026. Please let me know what you think. And yes, it's going to be interesting.